Ladies and gentlemen, thank you and welcome to Mgori Media. So what we are going to demonstrate today is how typically many peasant farmers in Africa, how they prepare their land for planting season. You see here, they will be using the oxen or the bulls with the plough, and we have the plough will be cutting through the soil. We have the manure and the seedling dropped, and then the oxen again will go for another round where now they'll be covering what has been the seedlings have been put. And on this farm, you see we already have some planted some plants that are already there. They call them in the local language as mbaazi, but they are types of beans or cereals that are normally grow in arid and semi-arid areas. So we'll be working on this farm. We'll be doing this entire farm, planting the beans and maize, which is normally the staple food that is taken in many African countries. Particularly now we are working in a place in Kenya, and you'll be able to see that in the short while. You see at this point the oxen, they're cutting through the soil, and the two young men using, the one is holding the plough and the other one is using to direct the bulls to move in a straight line such that they don't they get to do the work neatly. And at some point towards the end of it, you'll hear them mention some words like they're telling the animals to turn. And you see these animals are trained, like the way they are turning and the precision to which they are cutting through this one is really amazing.
See, now this I'm putting the beans. Yeah, this is how you put the beans. Okay. So the trenches that the cows normally the plough does. So you put the beans like this, and the one line you put the beans, then they cover. The second round when they are turning, they cover it. See, like now what they're going to do, they're going to cover it. Now this time, faster. Don't get happy. Come.
And the entire process is very repetitive. Like they have to go to the far end, and then they again come back. And whoever is directing the plough is cutting through that so neatly, such that they don't leave any soil unturned. And I mean, and now whoever is planting, you'll be following them up, like once they move, if maybe you're putting manure this time, then you put either you're putting beans or you're putting maize on different lines, and the other time when they are going through, they will be covering. So it's amazing, and you know it's cheap because now, unlike using the tractors, this animals type method of planting is equally cheap because you get to pay them some small fee, but the work is also done so nicely. I mean, it's amazing how African work on their farms with very simple machineries. And there's a big difference between this and what is happening in the Western countries.
Start training these animals when they are so young. By the time they are at about 2 years or 3 years now, or 5, whichever, they should be able to do it so nicely. So now what he's doing is covering. Then they'll do another trench. Then I'll be going now with maize and fertilizer. So let me check on where my fertilizer fertilizer. I think it's something down there. So you see they're turning, and they know like this is the last place they did what? They did plough. So I'm going to come in now with the, so I have fertilizer here. This is urea, and also have the beans here, hybrid. So I'll be going there now with the beans and the urea. So let me just go, because I will delay them if I continue doing the video.